Fellas, why are we still going to the club? Why are we still wasting our money? $20 to get in, drinks overpriced. Why? Why are we still doing this? Why are we still going to the club trying to chase women that don't give a damn about us, just gonna try to use us for a drink and then go home with their friends or to their man? We gotta stop doing this. The club is a scam. Literally, a scam to waste your time. Instead of going to the club, start your business, invest in yourself, work on your craft. Stop going to the club. You should only go to the club if you're celebrating you succeeding in your business, becoming rich, or if you're paid to be there, straight up. Think about it. The only person who benefits from you going to the club is the owner. He just counting all that money while your ass is losing money. Real shit.
If a girl really likes you as a guy and she's going to the club, she wants you with her. She wants to have that drink with you. She wants to get tipsy with you. She wants to do the sexy dance with you. She wants you with her if she's really into you. If she's making plans to go to the club and she's going with a bunch of single girlfriends or even girls that have boyfriends, but none of the guys are there, she doesn't like you that much. She doesn't. She wants you to stay at home because she's still got her eye open on the dance floor. She still wants that attention. And she's still got one foot out the door where she's like, well, I like this guy, but I'm not 100% sure. So I want to go. I want to get my groove on. I want to see how much attention I get. I want to know that I've still got it, that I still have options, because I promise you, if she's super into you, she's going to want to spend that Saturday night with you and she's going to want you there. No question.
Have you ever asked yourself if you're a certified simp? One way to find out is through nightclubs, those abysses of humanity where nothing good or productive happens after dark. Waking up sober in the morning, enjoying a wonderful day, and returning home safely at night far surpass the allure of the club scene. If you feel like a simp upon entering a club, trust your instincts. You might just be one. It's as straightforward as this. Feminism seems poised to grant women the power to randomly point at a man on the street, extort him for child support, or worse, have him jailed for their regret. While some places are gradually shifting back to common sense, any locale where hordes of self-unaware phonies congregate, like clubs, tends to showcase this sort of imbalance. Stay safe. Even if the arresting cop comprehends the baselessness, you're still fed into the system. The days when clubs were genuinely fun before Western society felt the poison from certain segments reminisce. The music was great, social media's grip wasn't so tight, women dressed with class, and everyone just went dancing. It was an experience you didn't regret, even if you didn't score. However, today is a different story. You don't choose the guests or the music, everything's expensive, women are dressed to absurdity even in daylight, and you're in fierce competition with every other guy. You're likely to find a special kind of woman in these nightclubs, and if you're a simp, you might be her prey. The cost of a night out has soared faster than average wages, making the already poor return on investment abysmal. Nightclubs have become a colossal waste of time, energy, and money. Nightclubs are no longer what they used to be, or what people perceive them to be today. Despite long queues outside, bouncers meticulously admit only the hottest girls and guys accompanying attractive women. Oddly enough, the assumption is that the club must be bursting at the seams inside. However, entering reveals a different reality, far less crowded than it appears from the outside. Even in winter, you witness women waiting outside in almost nothing but high heels, shivering in the cold. It makes you ponder why anyone would go to such lengths for a single night out at the club. To be brutally honest, it didn't strike me how absurd this was until I embraced the RP and chose to go my own way. Reflecting on the hours spent waiting outside clubs and women queuing up in freezing temperatures wearing high heels, the sheer folly of these actions becomes evident. We've all heard that high heels are designed to enhance a woman's beauty by accentuating her curves and defining the contour of her legs. However, what we rarely consider is how wearing high heels can influence men's behavior. A recent study from France suggested that high heels can significantly impact a woman's ability to get what she wants from men. In an experiment, women wearing flats and heels were stationed on the street to gauge people's responses to a survey. The woman in flats struggled to attract attention for the survey. However, the woman in small heels had more than half of the men willingly stopping to respond to her questions. When the woman wore higher heels, nearly all men halted to assist her with the survey. For me, high heels represent a kind of social test, as statistical evidence suggests that they have a unique influence on men, making them more inclined to go above and beyond to cater to women's desires. Women are well aware of this dynamic and actively use it to their advantage. However, men need to be cognizant of the high heel trap. Aware and enlightened men can navigate this situation wisely. So guys, be cautious and don't rush to assist every damsel in distress wearing high heels. It's a test because if men succumb to the high heel allure, it often results in them buying drinks and food for women who leverage their heels for personal gain. The notion of high heels as a symbol of patriarchy becomes contradictory in this scenario. Why should men willingly submit to manipulation, serving the needs of women wearing high heels who are essentially using them as a tool for personal advantage? It's perplexing. Why do women, who probably own numerous pairs of shoes, consistently opt for high heels? The answer lies in the understanding that it's their special weapon to wield power over men. Reflecting on my clubbing days, women who chose flats and pants over heels and short skirts were consistently overlooked by bouncers, who instead granted entry to women with heels and skirts. Perhaps they exuded a more club material vibe, or maybe their vulnerability in the open and cold influenced the bouncers' decisions. Likely, it's a combination of both factors. This dynamic could explain why men, submerged in the dating pool, gravitate towards clubs where a line of women in miniskirts and heels shiver in the cold. It triggers an innate urge to protect them, prompting men to buy drinks and create a warm and comfortable environment once inside. This continues until they're just sidelined, told they're not the type or given some other reason. So, deciding whether to buy a woman a drink starts long before entering the club. It's a complex game. In my teenage years, I frequented nightclubs, mostly all-age events where the age range varied from 14 to 18 for girls and teens to 20s for guys. This meant a guy in his late 20s could potentially be with a girl aged 14 or 15. Back then, before the age of consent was 16, this reality escaped me. I didn't realize the potential consequences of being involved with a naive and generally nice girl who wasn't aware of the dynamics of the clubbing world. As the years passed, I outgrew the clubbing culture, opting for relationships over being one of those guys. The idea of being expected to do everything possible for girls and buy them drinks in clubs wasn't appealing. If you didn't meet these expectations, financially stable older men could easily take your place, leaving you alone. Once women recognize this power dynamic in clubbing culture, they often maximize the exploitation. You become the person she leans on the entire night for a good time, and she might even end up vomiting in your car, something women strangely think is acceptable. Even cab drivers often try to avoid drunk women for the same reason. Young women frequent clubs to feed off the attention and affirmation from men of various sizes and ages. Club-going teenage girls draw large crowds, enhancing the club's standing and boosting ticket and beverage sales. Clubs, in this sense, are more like zoos, where visitors gather to see exotic animals. Zoo owners strive to increase their visibility. Nightclubs operate similarly, where hot young women are strategically positioned to attract attention. Bouncers are trained to maintain cues, showcasing the club's greatness, and to allow mostly good-looking women inside. There's also an intentional effort to maintain exclusivity, ensuring not everyone gets in. Single guys who gain entry often spend a significant amount buying drinks for women who might forget them the next day. The rest wait outside, facing rejection and damaging their self-esteem. For all the guys out there, the girls found in these clubs are likely the ones to stay away from, potentially impacting your future. Continually returning to these clubs despite these dynamics might classify you as a certified simp. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be the first to know when my new video drops. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.